Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Tech Help Club. Today we will discuss about virtual wire in FortiGate firewall. It is also called a transparent mode and it is a feature that allows the FortiGate firewall to act as a transparent device in the network. So basically it operates by connecting two interfaces on the firewall without altering the IP address scheme on the network. So let me show you one diagram so that it would be easier to understand for you guys. So this is the diagram. You can compare. This is our basic diagram which you will see everywhere, like a user is connected to a switch and switch is connected to a router and router is connected to the ISP line or internet line. So here number of users may connect on the switch, but what if you want to secure any one of user? Let's suppose PC1, I want to secure this user from the outside world and want to impose or implement a firewall in between. So for that we have to change all the network segments and we have to do some routing, rerouting kind of thing again, right? But if you use FortiGate firewall as a transparent mode or a virtual wire mode, you can easily implement the firewall in between here without changing the IP address schema or without doing any L3 configuration. You can directly plug one cable from this switch to FortiGate firewall and one cable from this FortiGate firewall to the ISP router. So you can see the above picture here. I have put one firewall. This is the FortiGate firewall and topology is same. And what I did, I have connected one interface E0/0 to the port 3 and port 2 of the firewall is connected to the router. And I will put port 3 and port 2 both in the virtual wire interface mode so that any traffic hits on this port can forward to this port without doing or without changing any IP configuration. Although this firewall is act here as a L2 device, but you can still use few features of the firewall, like you can filter the traffic, prevent attacks and logging, even though it's not routing, but you can do lot of firewalling things here in between through this firewall. So let's start our today's topology or the lab work. Let me erase all this stuff. Okay, so select all these and delete selected items. That's it. Now refresh the topology, delete this as well. And now focus on this above topology only. So let me log into the FortiGate firewall. So I am not going to show you this time how I have taken the access, the GUI access of the firewall, which I have already covered in my previous videos. If you want to see how to take a GUI access, you can go through those videos. So I have already logged in it. So first of all, let me configure or let me name port 2 as a WAN port which is connected to the WAN interface. No need to do any other configuration. Keep it as it is default. Only need to give the alias name. That's it, WAN, and do not change any IP addresses. As I already said, in virtual wire you don't need to do any kind of IP addressing, right? So just click OK here, and now we have a create new option here in the interfaces. Just click here, create new, and click virtual wire pair and name it any name. Let me give it to virtual wire name and call out the interface members. So what are our interface members? Port 3 and port 2. So we have to call out these two interfaces, port 2 and port 3. And if there is a VLAN configurations in your topology, then you have to enable this WLAN VLAN so that it can traverse the VLAN traffic as well. Otherwise, keep it disabled. Hit OK here. That's it. And now you can see here at the bottom, if you click plus sign, it will expand it and you will see two ports are configured under virtual wire pair. So now you have to create one policy as well, so that any traffic hits on this virtual wire pair allowed or pass the traffic or accept the traffic to traverse to other port. So we have to enable or apply a one firewall policy. Usually for the other topologies you have seen in my previous videos, we have to configure a firewall policy saying the LAN traffic allows to internet. We have to create one firewall policy, right? But here, once you will create a virtual wire pair, you will see under policy and object firewall virtual pair policy. So this time you have to deal with this firewall policy. So just click here, create new and write any name. Let me give a name vwire, and this is more important thing you have to understand. If you want to allow traffic from port 2 to port 3, you have to click this only. And in similar way, if you want to allow traffic from port 3 to port 2, you have to click this one. But we are allowing the traffic in both direction, so I am going to click this one. So you have to make sure while creating a virtual wire policy, you have to select the appropriate direction as per your requirement. So click all in source, destination all, services all. Although in production environment you will see the source and destination or services would be limited as per the requirement, but for the testing purpose in the lab environment I have selected all. Okay, so click here accept and scroll down and log all the traffic, all sessions, and hit OK. And this NAT should be disabled, right? Because you are not doing any kind of netting thing here. You are just sending or throwing the traffic whatever you are receiving at the port 3 of the virtual wire. So the same traffic would goes to port 2. No netting, no IP changing. So that's why you have to keep it disabled and hit OK here. That's it. Now let's do some testing from the PC1. So here you can see my network, which is provided by the WAN router, is 192.168.1.0/24. So my PC automatically will take IP from this pool. So this firewall will not play any role here to provide the IP. So it means it works here as a transparent mode and passing the DHCP request from it, so that this user can get the IP automatically. So let me check the IP. Just right click here. I am using Linux Slacks machine. You can use any machine. So go to the network manager and hit connect here. So you will see here, you can see the IP obtained is 192.168.1.10. So which is again from the same pool, right? So let me open the terminal and show you the IP here. You can see the IP 192.168.1.10. And what is our gateway now? So let me check the gateway. Hit route and you will see the gateway is 192.168.1.254, which is configured at this interface of the WAN router. So which means this firewall is hidden in between. It's not showing any hop or any gateway on this firewall for this user. So if you will do trace route from this user, you will find the next hop will be the interface IP of your WAN router. If anybody or any user wants to do trace route, they cannot find the Fortinet firewall in between. It's playing the transparent or the hidden role in between, just providing you the firewalling thing in between or securing your internal network from the outside world. So let's do some ping here, ping 8.8.8.8, you can see I'm able to ping. Okay, and let me do trace route here, trace route 8.8.8, and you will see the next hop should be 192.168.1.254. So it will not reflect any FortiGate hop in between. So here you can see 192.168.1.254, right? So let me generate the traffic again and go to the firewall and go to the dashboard here. See the FortiView sessions. You can see the user or the source 192.168.1.10 is trying to access few destinations. You can see the traffic here, right? And in the similar way, if you will click here FortiView policies, you will see one policy comes in the picture, which is vwire policy, which we have configured earlier. So this policy is in role here. Also you can see logs from here as well. Here you can see from the forward traffic, the user is trying to access the destination, and you can see all the logs here as well. So that is the virtual wired role in your topology or in your network organization as per your understanding or as per your requirement. You can configure the virtual wired role in your topology. So that is it for today. I hope you have understand virtual wire now. If you still have any question, you can reach out to me via comment. I'm very happy to help you guys. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye bye.